All right, let me just say this. If you've ever stood by your pool with that long skimming net in your hand, sweating under the sun, wondering why you even own a pool, this might be the gadget that finally makes you love pool ownership again. Today, I'm putting the brand new Ultenic Pooleco S1 pool skimmer robot to the test. And trust me, this thing is not your average floating toy. It might actually be the best pool skimmer robot. Let's dive in. The very first thing I noticed pulling it out of the box is that it doesn't look flimsy, like some of those cheap pool gadgets. It feels solid, with a sleek body that actually looks good floating on the water. Setup? Took me all of 5 minutes. Pop on a couple of parts, rinse the 6-liter debris basket, and drop it in. That's it. No cords, no messy hoses. It just glides right out across the surface like it owns the place. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Ultenic S1 has these dual brushes and a surprisingly powerful suction system that grabs everything from big leaves and pine needles all the way down to tiny 0.2 millimeter bits of dust or pollen. My pool sits under a tree line, so normally I'm battling leaves, petals, and the occasional bug graveyard. I purposely tossed in extra twigs and leaves just to see if it would choke, and it powered through like it was on a mission. One of my favorite parts is the dual power design. On a sunny day, the solar panel keeps it running practically nonstop. On cloudier days, I can just plug it into the dock for a top-up. Ultenic claims it runs for about 15 hours on a single charge, and honestly, that's not marketing fluff. Mine kept rolling for almost the whole day and still had juice left by nightfall. Compared to cleaners that run 2 or 3 hours and then beg for a charge, this feels like a marathon runner. And when it's time to recharge, this thing literally drives itself back to the pool edge. No more fishing it out with a pole like a stranded turtle. Tap the remote, or let the low-battery auto dock feature do its thing. It lines itself up right at the side, ready to be lifted. That little bit of thoughtfulness makes it feel premium, like someone finally designed a skimmer for real pool owners, not just for show. What's it like day to day? Honestly, it's as close to set it and forget it as I've seen. The debris basket is huge at 6 liters, so I'm not stopping every half hour to empty it. Emptying it is rinse and go simple. Flip the latch, spray it down, and back in it goes. And here's a small touch I didn't expect. It has a chlorine tablet holder built right in. So while it's scooping leaves, it's also helping spread chlorine evenly across the pool. 2 jobs at once. That's clever. Now, is it perfect? Not exactly. Let's start with the good. The solar charging is a huge win. It saves me time, energy, and honestly money. It actually reaches every part of the pool without babysitting. The remote is handy when you want to nudge it toward a stubborn patch, and it's quiet enough that I can sit with a drink by the pool and just watch it work. Almost like having a little robotic pool pet. But here's the flip side. If your pool jets are blasting, the Ultenic S1 is light enough that it can drift a bit, which means sometimes it looks like it's dancing more than cleaning. And when it bumps into the wall, it does take a few seconds to figure itself out. During that pause, if the basket is full of light debris, some of it can float back out. It's not a deal breaker, but it's noticeable. Compared to manual skimming though, I'll take that trade any day. And I'm not the only one saying this. Owners across the US are raving about how much time it saves. Justin, who's got trees dropping needles into his pool every day, called it a lifesaver. And I get why. Others love the simplicity. No wires, no setup, just drop and go. And then of course, there's that 1-star review where someone was frustrated by the wall bumping issue. Honestly, I see where they're coming from, but for most pools, it doesn't seem to be a deal breaker. So here's the big question. Is the Ultenic Pooleco S1 the best pool skimmer robot? For me, it's a massive yes. It's not flawless, but the amount of time it saves and the peace of mind it gives is worth every penny. If you're tired of standing outside with a skimmer net in your hand every morning, this little robot might just be your favorite poolside upgrade of the year. If you're thinking about picking one up, I'll drop the link below so you can check it out. And if you've already tried a robotic pool skimmer, let me know in the comments. Did it actually replace your net? Or are you still stuck doing it the old-fashioned way? Either way, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you love seeing real-world reviews like this, and enjoy your pool without the work.